Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In a video that I posted earlier, 20 minutes ago or so, I stated for the first time that I would refuse to refer to the war in Ukraine as the war in Ukraine and the parties fighting over there as Ukraine and Russia. Instead, I will refer to that, whatever happens in that part of the world, as United States actually, versus Russia. And I will not use NATO and Russia because NATO is United States. And the members of NATO are just United States extended arm wherever it has to hit and whenever it has to send the first auxiliaries. If you remember, at first when Rome was formed as a city-state and it grew, it had its own army as Romans, from Romans, and then as it expanded and it needed more army, he started recruiting from different areas, provinces that they conquered, and they created auxiliary forces. Those were Romans, but not Romans. Some of them were not Romans, some were. So that's, look at it as United States Rome, even though it's a difference. And what am I saying? That at least the Romans were Romans. United States is, you know, nowadays. So, and then they have the auxiliaries. They got the Germans, they got the Italians, they got the Brits, they got the whomever over there. And those are the auxiliaries. Now, when the Romans were fighting, they were sending the auxiliaries. They were commanding the auxiliaries. They were telling where to go, what to do. All right, over there is some woods, dark forest. You go first. It sounds like they got fucked. We're not going. Okay, you go now. Okay, and then after everything was cleared, then they will go in and they were using their, anyway. So now we have supposedly Erdogan will discuss with Putin somehow Erdogan to facilitate a meeting between the Western countries and Russia. Well, I think Erdogan should cut the crap and go straight to United States and Russia and leave the auxiliaries out, because they don't have a word anyway. Eventually they're just when you need a vote, then you bring the auxiliaries and you're more on your side. Other than that, when you need them to go in the woods for you and see what's going on over there, you send the auxiliaries. But other than that, you are the decision maker right here, and everybody shush. All right, so I don't know if you remember, maybe you saw when I was a kid, I saw Jungle Book, the cartoon, the Mowgli and so on. The original, I'm not about the one in the 50s, whatever that was done, right? With Louis Prima and other guys that were singing over there, not nowadays, okay? So over there, remember when Shere Khan came in, the tiger? When Shere Khan showed up, everybody was like, zip it. Well, why? He was the boss. He would smack everybody around. Now that's United States. Shere Khan, okay? Now you might have a sneaky state, I can't use it, as the Ka, being the snake, but other than that, the other ones were jokers. The jokers, all right? None of them could fight Shere Khan, but the human. Now who's the human? Who knows? Maybe we identify the human later. But anyway, it was a kid, a Mowgli, and then fire, forces of nature, scared Shere Khan. I don't want to be now religious here and saying who's going to come and so on, but nevertheless, so we have Erdogan wanting to facilitate. Let's see what he wants in this article. All right. Oops, don't poke me in the eye. I don't want to be a cyclop. So, comes from Reuters, my friends, because they're always honest. Comes from October 10th, 2022. Putin may meet Erdogan to discuss idea of Russia-West talks, Kremlin said. Well, at least it's a step forward into the direction, recognizing that Zelensky and his other three guys over there, they're not, they're garbage. So President Vladimir Putin may, and why do I say are garbage? Because they are first. They are not Ukrainian nation, and they are not for Ukraine. They are, everything they do is set by those guys. So why don't you go to the source? It's like you argue with a speaker, and the guy is over there who takes the decision. And hey, speaker, okay, be nice. And the guy over there is, hey, idiot, I'm talking. Oh, where are you? I was talking with you. I thought it's you. So, you know, people who might have like a Biden, person with Alzheimer might understand this, where people talk with things and actually it's not there, nothing, but the same. Russia, stop trying to talk with the wrong people. Go straight to the source with the decision makers. President Vladimir Putin may meet Turkish President Erdogan this week to discuss a Turkish proposal to host talks between Russia and the West on Ukraine, the Kremlin said on Monday. I wonder who those West are, because really they don't matter. They really don't care. And really none of them has any authority. First, Great Britain, sorry to say it, you have nothing to say if the United States says back off. Now we know Germany is a weasel country with no balls anymore. They were snipped in 1945 and they don't even know how they look anymore. When they look down, they say, what the hell is going on there? Flat as a ice skating rink, just like that, and they will never grow it back. Let's move on. So who? Italy? They got Meloni. We'll see how she's gonna play. So Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters that Russia had not received any signal about the prospect of negotiations with the West in Turkey, but did not rule out that Putin could discuss this with Erdogan. Yeah, you can discuss how much you want, like you discussed for the 8 years, and you gave them proposals. These guys got you where they want you to be. Why would they change? They fought so hard to get you here, fighting and draining your resources with some people that they don't really care about, but they can prop and use it, hit Russia, you know. It's like you have a chair and you hit the chair and the guys hit the, if you saw, let's say, in a circus, when you see a tiger and you see the guy over there, he's got a little pole and a whip. Now the tiger fights the pole instead of jumping on you, but you don't get damaged, and that's what it is here. This is Ukraine, and this is me from far away, pam pam pam, and the tiger fights over there instead of going to these guys. So all right, so let's see what these guys are saying. They still think that, I think they're naive. They still think they're going to talk with the West. They will not talk to you. I guarantee you, you're going to look good in that suit. All right, so you can talk with Erdogan how much you want. Both Putin and Erdogan are expected to visit Kazakhstan this week. Tensions between the West and Russia over its 7-month-long invasion of Ukraine are still rising, with Moscow launching missile strikes across Ukraine, on Monday in response to a weekend explosion and badly damaged a Russian-built bridge to Crimea. Turkey, which has close relations with both Moscow and Kiev doesn't matter, has been seen as a potential mediator in the conflict, and in July helped broker a deal to export Ukrainian grain blockaded in the Black Sea ports. Erdogan has urged Putin to reduce tensions, and in September called on Moscow to give peace negotiations another chance. They were always open. The other guys didn't want to negotiate, as I said. Why? They got Russia where they wanted. The White House said on Sunday that both sides, I would like to know who are the both sides, need to find a way to negotiate an end to the war. That's bull. You know that. Kirby came and said, oh, they need, we have to find a diplomatic solution. Really? While you poke and you use the whip? What are you talking about? Drop those first, and then maybe you push the 4 Zelenskys to the side and you discuss straight with Russia. But you don't want to. You don't want to. They will not want to do that. Their goal is to get Russia to the Russia of 1991 to 1999. Yeltsin Russia. That's what they want. You'll see. They will not, Putin will, this is not going to freeze until Russia goes down. Or somehow, I don't know how Russia can win, because those guys have more resources than Russia. I'm talking military and so on. Yeah, these guys have resources, coal and all that. But these weasels are going to get it from other guys with threats and blackmail. until these guys create Russia and China and India, create a second club, Russia could be drained of its resources and economy, and who knows what's going to happen. Putin is not eternal, all right? He has to die. He's 70, right? I mean, he's way past his life expectancy for a Russian, if you want to be honest. But so is Biden. And Biden is still resuscitated every day, about 15 minutes. If you saw those movies with Dracula, when it comes, that's how Biden, when they, come on Biden, one more time. Oh, yes, he's got a hard on, let's get him. And he's like Frankenstein, gets him in front of the camera, and he's like, and he starts going like, they're like, okay, Mr. President, let's go back in your coffin. Clunk. Next time in what, 23 hours. Let's have a party now. Let's rule the world and United States until we prop this guy back up. Man, it's such a comedy. It's a sad comedy. And instead of not putting up with this shit, we look at it and we laugh. Oh, yeah, like I do at least. But what can I do? Go outside and say, go Biden or what? Let's go. You can't say that, even that now. Use a name. Oh man. So yeah, Russia needs to focus on United States. United States doesn't give a damn, because everything is okay for United States. They got Russia where they need to be. Let them dry their resources, human resources, the economy, until those guys are gonna pass away. Because we don't die anymore, we pass away. So until they pass away, and then hopefully we're gonna put some weasels up there, we're gonna prop them, and they're gonna be the new moderate Russian leadership. And they will say, yes, guys, how do you want it? Should I take them down now, later? Who's first? That's how it's gonna be Russia in the future. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.